You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. What's going on, my Greenleaf family? You know the vibes. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, all that beautiful stuff. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff, man. I stayed up to watch last night's episode. I'm not sure I'm gonna stay up next week. Last night episode, it just didn't give me them same vibes that last week did, but it's all good. You feel me? So the show kicks off with Charity trying her hardest to be a snake. And the whole time she goes knock on Gigi's room door, waking Grace up out of her sleep to basically apologize and ask Grace, do you think Phil and Bob will allow her to come back on as part of the music ministry? And you know, the whole time I'm saying to myself, Grace, Gigi, please, girl, see through her boy, you know, your sister bull crap. Cause when she left, she told me something, I'm sorry. I just had a vision that you, me, and Jacob working at Calvary together. And one thing that pisses me off about Grace is that she always making excuses for any and everybody. She said, no, it's okay, you was just disappointed. That heifer was far from disappointed. She just wants something that she can't have. And that's Charity life, at least on the show it is. So she gonna leave and tell me I'm just happy to have my big sister back and all that bull crap, just pissing me off. So when she leaves, she gonna smirk and look back at the door and cut her nose and toot her little behind up the hallway like she's somebody. What pisses me? Like I said, Grace, like the whole time I'm saying to myself, Grace, please be seeing through this heifer. Please be seeing through this heifer. But you never know with Grace because you know, Grace be on that crazy stuff. So anyways, moving on. I ain't gonna talk about too much. I'll talk about it. So anyway, so this episode, what the boy named Noah, he pays a visit to Grace in person at Calvary. Now let me just go ahead and say this. What pisses me off about this whole scene, before I even talk about it, is sometimes I feel like, hey, I know we writing this show, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff, but what pisses me off is the fact that Grace thought it would be a good idea. She thought it would be a good idea to have Noah come to Calvary, expose Noah being in town secretively, especially what y'all meeting to talk about is very much a secret. You thought it was good idea for him to come to Calvary where everybody who's somebody that know the Greenleafs to see him. I just thought that was just stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, but nevertheless, and when I get into the whole what happened, you know what I'm saying, y'all will probably agree with me too. So, what happened was Grace sent Jacob, because you know he didn't know associate pastor, to go talk to Phil about some Blue Camp Cross or Blue Lake Camp. I don't know, something for the black children in Calvary. I don't know. So she goes to talk to Noah, and she walks in. She already don't know how to address the situation, which is another reason why you shouldn't have it in the house of the Lord. Because when you are in the house of our Savior, our Christ Savior, Jesus Christ, you got to know how to approach different obstacles in your life. That's why you are Pastor Grace Greenleaf and not no doggone saint that's sitting out there in the center pew where I be sitting at on Sunday. Hey. So anyway, she come in and the first thing the helper gonna say is talking about how was your flight? Noah little light skin, soft behind, talking about how's my flight? You wanna know about how my flight? Why you ain't tell me that we had a son? Why you ain't tell me about my son? Look here, dog, first ball player, you know what I'm saying, you need to lower that down, you know what I'm saying? Your wife, Isabella, you already let us know that she hate Grace. She ain't like when you was working at Calvary because of you and Grace history. So you need to hold that down, you know what I'm saying, about being on eggshells about my dog Grace. That's number one. Number two, like Grace told him, she said, I was pregnant when I was 18. I had just told mom and dad about Mac raping, what the sister name that dead? What is that girl name? Lyric? Grace? No, not Grace. That's Grace's name. Whatever. whatever the sister name that passed, I cannot think of her name right now. And I don't take notes no more. I just be on Twitter and, you know, basically recapping through Twitter because taking notes is just old to me now. So, anyways, she was just like, it was not a good time. And then I was moving to Arizona. I knew I wasn't ready to be a mother. I gave him the adoption, whoopity poopity, all that. And so he was like, why you ain't tell me, man, player? Well, first of all, you in the house of the Lord. Second of all, you talking to Grace. I'm gonna need you to bring that voice, that tone of voice down. So long story short, Grace said a lot of factors led to my decisions, and even my decision to this day to kind of stay away. She says, you know, I have my daughter, Sophie, whatever that little bad helpful name. We're going to talk about her later. That's why I got something for her. Then he was like, your wife, Isabella, like all of those people matter. This was something that happened years and years ago. You know, I did what I thought was best for him at the time, etc., etc. And so she was like, I want to help. Yes, he gets out of jail. I can help him out financially. It's you know, all that blase bull crap, right? So he was like, well, good. You know, whatever. What you gonna do because he got out of jail tomorrow? Be there or some junk like that. And some, you know, I don't know. So he leaves, and then Jacob sees him as he's walking out. Like I said earlier, bad idea to have a meeting in Calvary. And him and Jacob chop it up, you know, all that good stuff. And Jacob said, I'm gonna let mom and pop know that you passed through. And Noah was like, nah, player, don't do that. I'm trying to be on the low end. I don't want nobody to know. And Jacob got red flags, like why is he here, etc., etc. So anyways, moving on, while we're talking about Jacob, let's go ahead and talk about his trifling wife, Carissa. I don't know if Carissa still works. I don't. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't know if she's still employed, but by the way she be sitting at the in the Greenleaf mansion, sipping that wine, sipping that Hennessy or whatever it is that the former first lady got in her cup these days, she ain't working. Which is why she owned him so hard about, you need to get a job so I can move out this house and get my own house. Well, first of all, see the way she moved be pissing me off. When Jacob was the pastor at whatever the other church was, I cannot think of it right now, man. I'm still sleeping, just got back from the gym, all that. But when he was the pastor, you chose, because of whatever y'all situation was, y'all had to stay in the hood. He had a Cadillac. Having a Cadillac was more important than having a nice home. But then when he lost the position, y'all had to move out. So I mean, a 2-income household is always better than a 1-income household, Carissa. So how about you get up off that couch drinking that Hennessy, go get you a job, and then you can start being on Jacob. Like, I understand Jacob, you know, a little elf boy, but you know what I'm saying, I need you to do better as well. Excuse me. So she go and tour this house. They ain't show us the inside of the house, but she fell in love with the house, and she told the realtor, like, hey, give me some time to see if I can come up with cash for a down payment. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So she go back to Jacob, and she was like, Jacob, I really want this house. I want to get out of this house. I'm tired of being under your mama's shadow, wing, or whatever the case is, and we can sell the land from the church that we had. And Jacob was like, nah, I don't want to. I got a vision. Well, he said, I believe God is speaking to me, excuse me, that I want to do something that's bigger than, you know, whatever. So he told her no, and he said, give him a week to talk to God and see if God give him a message or whatever. And if he has nothing after a week, you know, she can go get a quote on it or whatever. But we know what this heifer gonna do. She gonna go and sell the land, put the land up for sale, or get a quote on it or whatever the case is. So that's that. Can't stand that heifer. Now back to Jacob. Apparently, Jacob did get the position to be that hard-headed boy who supposed to be some type of professional basketball player, Dante something or Deontay or something like that, his spiritual advisor. I'm not sure how I feel about this storyline. I'm kind of uninterested because it seems like anytime that this show introduces a younger male character, they always got to be an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not for it. I'm just not. This boy seemed like he a punk. His friends seem like he a punk. You know, just got money and want to live it up and get in trouble just because they got money. So Jacob basically feel like his vision is to do something with that land and help kids just like Deontay and other kids like that. So that's that. All right, so moving on, it appears, I'm going to go ahead and mention this so we can nip out the bud. It appears that Zora and Sophia has become BFF and BFF cousins once again. Zora trying to convince Sophia not to go to college this summer and supposed to stay home with her in the cabin, and they can, you know, have a good time like that, etc., etc. So, that was that. All right, back to Charity. So, Lady Mae took Sophia and Zora shopping, and while Lady Mae was out, what the lady name? The head deaconess, Connie, sends Lady Mae an invoice of over $38,000 for basically her unpaid expenses for a day with Lady Mae. And Lady Mae got so upset she threw the phone in the mirror, and the girls were shocked. So from that point, Lady Mae went home. She told Bishop the nerve of this devil to send me an invoice. It ain't even about the money. But first of all, if y'all got goddamn $38,000 to pay the church, you need to get that money to the IRS. You still owe the IRS $2 million. But that's another conversation for another day. And so Bishop got this whole plan thing going on. He trying to take her to Paris or whatever. Once again, you owe the IRS $2 million. You think taking a trip to Paris was a good idea, Bishop? Not really. So anyway, before she come back, Bishop and Charity, they share a moment. Bishop is singing on the piano, and Charity comes down and joins him, and he goes as far as to tell her that she is the light of this family. She is whatever. I hate when you got a lot of your child to make them feel important. Like, boo-boo, go do something for us to make us feel like you're important, instead of just around here crying and hollering about when you're not getting your way. I hate when you have to lie to your child about them being important. Like, no, you ain't important, Charity. Just go do something, beneficial. You get what I'm saying? It just kills me that he had to lie to her. So I guess that sparked something in Charity. I know I'm kind of all over the place at this moment, but bear with me. Charity goes to meet with Phil, basically tell Phil she don't know if she can do this. Bishop has reassured her that she's the light of the family, and Phil did what Phil did. He put a charm on. He was like, well, excuse me for not believing in your daddy, say a man who doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. And next thing you know, he started flirting with her because she was like, you making me shy or something. And he was like, well, that shy look good on you. We already know what it's headed. Charity, old dumb behind, is about to do the dummy once again, fall for a man who clearly does not want her. And that's going to be bad for business. But nevertheless, moving on, Grace, she reached out to her son AJ in jail to basically, I guess, set up some type of exit plan for him, give him some money, and then he called her back at the end of the show and basically asked her if she gonna help him, and she said yes, and he hung up in her ear. Now, before I talk about the Sophia, I got to end with Sophia. What pissed me off about this show is, I'm not 100% certain about this because I've never been to prison. And I am positively, I ain't gonna even speak that, but I ain't trying to go to prison at all, ever in my life, man. I am not made for prison. You hear me? I am not. What pissed me off is the fact that, how are you ever gonna make that boy as ugly as possible? That character as ugly as possible. First of all, he had dreads. And I just don't believe you can have dreads when you're in prison. I believe the whole purpose of going to prison is to be rehabilitated. So the first thing they do once you get into prison is shave your head bald, and you have to keep some type of grooming haircut or hairdo. I'm not 100% sure you can have dreads in prison. Second of all, if you do have dreads in prison, that in an all-male prison, that probably means a man is twisting your hair, which probably means what that probably means, if you feel what I'm saying. But that ain't what we talking about. It just pissed me off because I already knew the vision they had for that character was going to be so ghetto looking, and it kind of bothered me a little bit. And I'm sure later in the season they'll explain how he found Grace and all this type of stuff. Yada, 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 yada. So, let's talk about Zora. Not Zora, Sophia. So Grace, this will be pissing me off about Grace. She feel like she gotta tell this girl, you know what, I'll be wrong for saying this, because I don't even believe that. I just got pissed off with her reaction. So Grace goes and tells Sophia that about her son AJ, and Lord knows, I ain't got energy or time to be putting my review energy into a little light-skinned heifer trying to be disobedient, hard-headed, and sassy because that ain't even in her. And when she was trying to go off on Grace, talking about, so you talk about grandpa and grandma and you ain't nothing but a big hypocrite. You ain't sound right coming from little mama. You don't sound right. Every child just can't be hard-headed and bad. You got to have that gene in you to be disobedient, hard-headed, and bad like Zora. And you just do it. Like every child just not, don't have it. And now that she's about to go off to college, she's so mad at Grace that she don't even let Grace drive her to Hampton. Instead, she called her daddy and say he taking me or he meeting me. I'm going to pick him up at the airport. Listen, I can't stand that. I can't stand that. Oh, before I go any further, Bishop reached out to Corinne to get some transaction reports from the church, and he finally just basically goes to show that Connie received the payment for H&M to get us out, and he gave it to Lady Mae, and Lady Mae said, this ain't how we doing it. The Lord has spoken to me, and he ain't tell me to do it like this. And I was like, what? Like Lady Mae kind of, I'm not going to say Lady Mae is turning into a Christian. She's still the devil. But that surprised me. As well as the way the show went off, Corinne about to tell Charity that, what the girl name? That Noah was there. Lady Mae comes to pay Corinne and told Corinne to let everybody know that she paid her debt in full. Look here, man. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know if y'all thought this episode was, it's good. It's last week. I know it wasn't. But, y'all just leave a comment section below if you have any additional comments, commentary, or whatever. Other than that, if you're new, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. I believe Twitter allowed me to touch everything that happened on the show last night. If not, y'all let me know in the comment section below. Happy Wednesday. Everybody have a good day. I'm out of here. Peace.